Hi everyone, my name is May Park. Welcome to another video tutorial at the Altenew blog and YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you how to create a fun card with a stamp background and a couple of layers. Do you remember this practice piece I shared in my video a couple of months ago? I promised to make a video tutorial on how to make a watercolor card combining floral images and layered letter. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out as I planned. So I tried making a watercolor card with a different design using the amazing stamp set and Crafty Friends stamp set from Altenew. It took me 2.5 hours to complete this card, and I even filmed the video. I didn't use typical watercolor paints to color my images. For some reason, I wanted to try watercoloring with Altenew inks for the first time. I'm glad I gave it a try, but I realized that I need more practice before I share the video tutorial with you guys. To be honest, I don't like my watercoloring in this card. Long story short, I'm still learning like you guys, and I make lots of mistakes along the way. But I love sharing my failed attempts with you guys as long as you don't mind. Okay, let's move on to today's project. In this video, I'm going to use 3 stamp sets that I designed for Altenew. Layered letters AFG, Crafty Friends, and Half-Tone Hearts. I'm pulling out the 110-pound white cardstock from Altenew, and I'll be cutting down my cardstock into 4¼ inch by 5½ inch using Timo's paper trimmer. You can stamp your images directly onto the A2 card base if you want to. However, I love to stamp on the panel to get a nice stamping impression. I'm placing my paper inside the original Misty stamping tool, and I'm using magnets to hold my paper in place. This stamping tool is so useful when it comes to creating a stamp background with several stamps. It helps me stamp the images in a perfect placement. I'm going to pull out 3 letter stamps from the Layered Letters AFG stamp set. I'll be using Altenew Crisp dye inks for stamping, Mountain Mist, Volcano Lake, Lagoon, and Emerald. By the way, if you don't have this stamping tool, you could use a regular acrylic block or stamp press. The Misty stamping tool just helps me stamp quicker and easier. I'm positioning my stamps on my card front and picking up the stamps with a Misty cover. I'm going to ink up the stamps with emerald ink and stamp them onto the paper. I didn't get a good impression on some area, so I'm going to stamp one more time with the same ink to make sure my letter images get a good ink coverage. The reason I started stamping with the darkest color is that it helps me balance my card design. When you create a stamp background using different images, it's important you space out each image, not stamping so closely. And you don't want to stamp the same color next to each image. Now I'm going to turn on some music and speed up the stamping process, and I'll be back soon. After stamping solid letter images, I'm going to stamp several words to fill in the gap between each letter. I try not to use baby wipes for cleaning stamps as much as I can, but sometimes I get lazy and reach out for baby wipes on my desk. When you use baby wipes to clean your stamp, you should be careful and make sure your stamp is dry before positioning it on your paper. Otherwise, you may transfer some remaining moist from your stamp and leave some watermark on your paper. Here I have some white cardstock measured at 4¼ by 11 inch, and I'll be scoring at 5½ inch using Malta Sturt mini scoring board and bone folder to make an A2 size folding card. I don't know why, but I always make an A2 size top folding card. Next, I'm going to attach my stamped panel onto my card base using Altenew glue tape. I'll be using Altenew vellum paper to add 1 layer to my card front. I'm going to place my vellum paper over my stamped panel to plan out where I should stamp my sentiment. I'm prepping my paper with Inka embossing magic powder bag to prevent any stray powder from sticking to unwanted areas. I'm going to use a long sentiment stamp from the layered letters AFG stamp set and ink up my stamp with a first mark watermark ink, which is sticky embossing ink. I'm going to apply some Altenew antique gold embossing powder and tap off the excess. I'm going to preheat my embossing gun for about 10 seconds until it reaches its maximum temperature. Then I heat set the sentiment with my heat tool until it's completely melted. When you heat emboss the image on the vellum paper, make sure to work fast with a hot temperature to keep your paper from warping during embossing. I just love gold embossed sentiment on vellum. I'm going to pull out my second sentiment from the halftone heart stamp set and stamp it on a piece of white cardstock with Altenew jet black ink. I'll place my coordinating die and secure it over my stamped sentiment using washi tape so it don't move during die cutting. After placing my paper between cutting plates, I'll be running the die through my Spellbinder's platinum die cut machine. I'm going to attach my vellum paper on the card front using Altenew glue tape. I'm double mounting my die cut sentiment on the card front using 3M foam tape to give some dimension. I'm using my T-square ruler to place my sentiment in straight. To finish off my card, I'm going to decorate inside my card and back of the card using the sentiments from the Crafty Friends stamp set. I made this card just for you, because you are priceless. Even if you don't like it, please act like you do. Don't you just love this sentiment? I'm also going to make a matching envelope using the Altenew Lagoon envelope and Crafty Friends stamp set. I'll be stamping the sentiment with the first mark watermark ink on a flap of my envelope and heat embossing with Altenew antique gold embossing powder. This is one of my ways to dress up my envelopes. Happy crafting! My doctor says I need more stamps. Yes, you need more stamps too. Do you love this sentiment? Of course I do. That's all for today. I hope this video tutorial inspires you to create a card with a stamped background. If you have any questions, please leave comments below and I will be happy to answer them for you. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time with another video. Bye bye!